But you can say once, yeah. You can say twice, okay, unlucky. But when you start going 3 and 4, you got to start looking at the manager. You got to start looking at yourself and thinking, come on, read the game.
Question marks over your managerial capabilities have been brought into question here.
Right, if there's question marks over my managerial capabilities, I'm 44th and you're on the 83rd. But picking Van de Ven, that's just stupid. That's nonsense. You need to take your head for a wobble. Yes, it worked. It worked this time. But I am not picking Van de Ven as a captain, bro.
Hello, I'm Jermaine Jenas.
And I'm Jermaine Pennant.
And welcome to episode 12 of the Wildcards podcast, the podcast where we talk everything to do with fantasy football and obviously chuck in a little bit of the Premier League topics that have been going on all week as well. I'm going to start. It's finally happened. Yes.
Yay! Everyone give a round of applause for JJ. Everyone
finally
give
got a win.
Applause.
Oh, my word. You know what, though? This has been a long time coming. Don't give me this sarcastic clap, all right? You've been nicking it by 2 points here, like a couple of points there, week in, week out, and I finally got you. Finally.
6 in a row, mate.
You know who you are?
Go on.
Liverpool.
No.
That's exactly what you are. You're like, got off to a flyer, but was getting lucky. Last minute winners, things going your way that shouldn't go your way. And now the real stuff is starting to show. We're starting to see all the real kind of, the real trend. You're not really getting away from anybody. All you're doing is just slipping down that league closer to me, mate.
Lies.
It's not lies. Your
lies.
Team has been falling away week in, week out.
6. Let's just put this in perspective. 6 in a row.
Yeah, but it was just lucky.
And a few of those sixes, you took a whooping.
Yeah, I took
not just like 1 or 2 points. You took
I might have took one. I might have took one whooping. That was about
it.
That was about it.
And this weekend was, it literally could have gone either way. There were some results where and didn't see that coming at all.
What for you then?
For me, at home, Chelsea against Sunderland, good team. But
that was always going to haunt you.
No. But I'm saying Chelsea at home, you're expecting probably at worst a clean sheet.
Okay.
And
really?
James, and yet, okay, if they don't get a clean sheet, then go and maybe win the game 3-1 or 4-1 or 4-2. And you're expecting maybe James to have some sort of impact.
Well, I'm hearing the tears.
But for him to concede, to get a yellow card, it's 1 point. That should have been points. That should have been points on the board. Gyökeres is doing my nutting.
You kept him in.
I know, but I have to wait. I couldn't get him out. Now I'm getting him out.
You're getting him out for Burnley.
Listen, all right. I want people to listen to me. Burnley is going to be difficult. They're going to play low block.
Good team.
Block. Burnley at home are a good team.
Yeah.
It's going to be a low block, and I don't think he's going to get any joy there. It's going to be one of those games where it's going to be down to set pieces. If you look where football's going, and if you look at Arsenal stats in open play, Arsenal are ranked around 17th in open play goals. Set pieces, first. Free kicks, penalties, first.
Yeah.
So teams against Arsenal, teams against Liverpool are playing this horrible style of football where it's difficult to actually score.
Good.
The only way you're going to score is through set pieces. Or
Why is it a horrible style of football?
Because you're seeing 11 man in the box. When, like in our playing day, we did not see 11 players inside the 18-yard box. That's just horrible. I get it's a way of winning games. It's a way of being solid. But it just looks horrible. Because all you do, all the opposite team is doing is passing round and round and round, trying to draw you out. But like Brentford against Liverpool, they had 11 players inside of their penalty area. I'm confused against that.
What do you want them to do?
Well,
what do you want them to do? It's Brentford against Liverpool. Surely it's Liverpool's job to break them down.
But what I'm saying is that I think this has all started from the Pep era. We didn't really see stuff like this, even when Arsenal was the invincible, even when Arsene Wenger changed the game. We didn't see that. It was since Pep came in and Man City was so dominant that teams like, well, if we try and go to them at any level, we're going to get picked off. Let's just play this time. And since then, it's got worse. It's got more defensive. It's got more of a low block. And this is what we're seeing against the top teams now.
It doesn't matter. The way I see it is, how much did your team spend this year?
Net 200 something million.
I don't want to hear net. What did you spend?
They spent 400 million.
400 million you spent.
And then they sold 260.
It doesn't matter. You went out into the market and you spent 400 million on players to improve a team that had already won the league, right? And you want to talk to me about a low block? Do you think people were saying that to like Messi and Neymar and Suarez?
Yeah, but
it's a low block in the Bernabeu. It's a low block. We can't compete. Like
Neymar and Suarez didn't have 18 players in this 18-yard box. I mean, 11 players in the 18-yard box.
Are you joking?
Okay, let's go through. Let's roll the tapes. I'm not saying every single player inside the 18-yard box.
I think
you'd have a couple strikers left up, maybe a midfielder up there. Not 18, not 11 players. In the
I saw top teams go into the fucking Nou Camp and park in the bus, mate. And they used to just break them down. There was no complaints. It was like, yeah, we've got the best players in the world and we're going to break you down. You can't keep blaming low blocks and defend. Like, I don't understand what you expect Keith Andrews to do. Oh, let's go play expansive football against a team that's just spent £400 million. No, thank you.
I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying that's the way the game's gone. The stats don't lie. Arsenal, I'm not 17th, ranked 17th.
In open play goals.
Worst team. Listen, the worst team in open play because it's so difficult because everyone's getting behind. The teams who are in the middle of the park are going at each other, so they will be scoring goals. I'm just saying that's just the way the game's going.
Yeah, as a spectacle for like the spectator, then I get where you're coming from. But in terms of like you as a Liverpool fan, I'm just hearing tears.
No. If Arsenal didn't have their set pieces per RS, they wouldn't be where they are.
Nice word. Well done. If
they didn't have that, they wouldn't be where they are because they're the 17th worst team in open play. So that means they wouldn't have got the goals. That means they wouldn't have got the goals. They wouldn't win the game. So
ifs, buts, maybes.
It's just the way the game's going. So Liverpool, obviously, they need to find a way to counteract the low block and maybe start using set pieces a little bit more.
Anyway, should we tell people why we're doing it like this weekend, mate? Or this week? Like, where you at? What are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm in Greece. I'm on a coaching little course, not a course. It's a coaching thing for summer holidays for the kids.
Nice.
Usually it was in Cyprus. This one's in Greece, in Rhodes. So I train the kids Monday to Friday.
Nice.
Give them a little expertise, couple of drills. Told them to be late. Don't get in on time. Have a night out if you want. Have a few milkshakes. No, I'm joking. They've enjoyed it. It's been good. So this is why we're filming. This is why we're filming this way.
No invite, no.
Bro, you can't move, mate. I've seen
selfish move.
You try to do a jog and you pull your calf, so no point.
I mean, you don't need to move when you're just hitting like 60-yard diags, mate. It don't matter. Just the ball just comes to you and you just send it where it needs to go. You can still do in your little excited. You're like a Russell Terrier on the wing, just all excited and giddy.
Russell Terrier, Jack Russell.
Jack Russell, sorry. Yeah, like
Russell Terrier, nice dogs they are. Good
you got me. All right, should we get into FPL properly now? Because you've had your little tears rant about Liverpool getting beat again.
Yeah, they're doing
and again last night, by the way, which...
Come on, man, they had kids. Me and you could have gone out there and beat them.
It's not looking good, bruv.
Me and you could have beat them kids.
So, right.
Go on.
My team, did you see my bench?
Beautiful. I love seeing stuff like that. I saw your bench.
This is what annoys me. You sit here talk about, it was close, this, that, and it. Like, what did I had something like 30-odd points on the bench. It's getting silly. How many times this is happening to me?
But you can say once, yeah. You can say twice, okay, unlucky. But when you start going 3 and 4, you got to start looking at the manager. You got to start looking at yourself and thinking, come on, read the game.
Bro, it was. So when I saw it, I just wanted to punch you. I was just like, this guy is so lucky. Every single week, you get so absolute lucky. What annoyed you in your team?
Gyökeres, again.
Yeah. I
know Crystal Palace is going to be tough, but Gyökeres annoyed me.
Yeah.
João Pedro, again. What's he doing? Come on, give me something to feed on till I go, do you know what? I'm going to keep you in. But I'm seeing nothing. See, James hurt me.
So you got some decisions to make this week. Is that what you're saying?
What?
You've got a few decisions to make.
Yeah, I've got a decision, massive decision to make.
That's the other thing, by the way. I took a -4 this week as well.
Did you?
Still beat you.
No, you didn't.
So,
Stop lying.
I took a -4. Telling you, I took a -4 this week and still beat you. So yeah, it wasn't as close as you think it was, pal. It was not as close as you thought it was.
It should have been. You know, I got a lot of big players let me down. Paul.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to go into like a couple of the stats that I think are good for people to know for fantasy football. Obviously, some players in and players that have been like taken out from game week 10. There was like top transferred out. João Pedro, your boy.
Yep.
Reinders killing me. Reinders is, but it's cheap, so I can allow it. Reinders, Salah. You've been calling for this for a while, though, haven't you?
I think Salah's been out for like the last 3 game weeks. He's been out on load of people's teams.
Kudus got dragged by a lot of people, and Isak got dragged. Top transfers in Burmo on fire all of a sudden as soon as I took him out. Mateta, Thiago from Brentford, Gabriel, and Volta Morde all out. So yeah, you got your big decisions is Gyökeres and João Pedro, no?
Yes.
So you're sat here right now, right? Gyökeres is going to Burnley.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to score. I think it's going to be a very, very, very difficult game.
And João Pedro's playing Tottenham. Big derby. And you're going to stick with João Pedro, yeah?
Well, it's either or. It's either João Pedro or Gyökeres out.
You can't give us some honesty, no, about what you're going to do.
Well, I need to get I need to get Gyökeres out. So do I just take the last one gamble for Burnley and take Pedro out, which I think I'm gonna maybe lean towards taking Pedro out, and then next week take Gyökeres out. But they're both coming out 100%. I've had enough of Gyökeres now. Wreck-It Ralph is just literally wrecking my team. And João Pedro is just not consistent enough at all. So I think to take Gyökeres out against Burnley would be a little bit silly in case, Arsenal go lights out. But Burnley are a good team.
Yeah.
But so I'm going to give him this last game. Whatever happens, he's coming out. Last game.
You've been saying that for a while. You've been saying that for a long time now.
Last game, because it's a lot. It's nine bags, 9 million. It's a lot of money for someone who's giving me zilch. If I'm going to get that, I might as well get a 6 million striker in.
I feel like your team's hitting a bit of so it's getting a bit basic. Like, I feel like you need to take a few more risks in there. I know I'm going to start getting some players in from Sunderland. Good team at the moment, playing well. So I don't get why you keep doing this. Like, it's actually legit.
What's his name?
Who?
The striker.
You say it, man.
I'm not going to say Isidore.
That'll do.
Isidore, yeah. I'm going to might get him in. He's doing bits. I'm looking at Mbeumo in the future. It's like Man United have turned the corner.
Do you think?
Well, I think there's something. Yeah, I think that result against Liverpool just gave them a new lease of life.
Yeah, boosted them a little bit.
And we're seeing.
So you've got what I'm seeing is you've got uncertainty everywhere in your team. You've hit a bit of a lull in terms of just like, you've been nicking wins against me, but you've not got away. You're not climbing the league. You've actually dropped down now, haven't you? What you've dropped down to?
44.
You're in 44th position now. So you've dropped down. I'm down to what? 80.
Wow. 83. Wow.
I'm down to 83. But you're still sinking, mate.
Bro.
So you got troubles with your team.
There's no troubles.
You got all kinds of decisions that you've got to make. That it's not flowing nice. You've been just about nicking wins. You've been beat this weekend, so your teams are stagnant, fucking basic all of a sudden. I actually think there's a little bit of pressure from the board on you currently because you've got into a bit of a comfort zone, and then on top of all of that as well, Volders is doing nothing. You spoke up Volders at the start of the season like he was some magician. And he is dead. You might as well not even bring him to the studio anymore.
I've not used him. I don't need to use him.
You don't need to use him.
But
Yeah.
this week he's coming out and he's coming out strong. He's coming out in force. You watch our WhatsApp group. It's going to be mental. It's going to be like Harry Potter 8. Return of the Wizard.
So you know how you mentioned like United and in Burmo?
Yeah.
Are you seriously considering that? As a Liverpool man?
Right. When you come to FPL,
yeah,
your loyalty to any team goes out the window. I am no fan. I'm just a strictly manager. These players are, no. I don't care if it was Roy Keane, Giggs, they're going in my team. I don't care who it is. So they're getting me points, they're getting me points.
So does that mean that Liverpool players are coming out?
Right, yes. At the moment, because you got to just trust the process. And unfortunately, at the minute, they're not really getting that points stake at the minute. I can't trust Virgil. He's 6 million. 6 million bars. That's a lot of dough.
So I said, Liverpool problems everywhere. Virgil,
10 games conceded. No, but I've got backup, bro. I can put players at 3. So good. You know.
Who you got at 3?
Timber, Senesi, Virgil, Reece James.
That's your back 4 there?
That's my back 4, but I can easily just, switch one out, go as a 3.
Take a -4, minor.
No, I'm taking Virgil. Yeah, see, I'm in a bit of a situation.
You can't have 6 million on the bench, can you? Let's be honest.
No, I can't. But
again, question marks over your managerial capabilities have been brought into question here.
Right, if there's question marks over my managerial capabilities, I'm 44th and you're on the 83rd.
Doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's about like the trajectory that we're both on. Do you know what I mean? Like you've hit your peak. You've actually hit your peak. There's literally only one way you're going right now. When you look at the trends of both sides, you look at mine, it's got a nice balance to it. You can see I've just been a bit unlucky here and there. Yours is just going this way, mate.
Bro, you talk some sausage. You talk some absolute sausage. I am 40 places, almost 40 places above you.
You'll be with me soon, mate. Don't worry about
good.
That. You will be with me soon. Anyway, I thought about like a new format we've got to bring into the show because I've had a few messages from people saying that like they're sick of your lies.
I think that's a lie, but that's a lie.
Sick of your lies, and
I need to show me, send me. I want to see.
I'll send them after the show, so you'll see them. But they're sick of your lies, and actually, they would like a tiny little bit more information as well from both of us because you're too busy hiding and protecting your team and not wanting to give people any information. So I thought we'd like bring in a couple of segments each week because the league I think is perfect for it right now as well. When it comes to like, are there players out there that are now worth a big gamble? Like, it doesn't feel like a gamble to me because of like the way the league is. But are there certain players that we should be looking at now and going, actually, him from Brighton, him from Bournemouth, him from Palace, him from Sunderland, him from Burnley, those lower prices who are nicking goals and getting results. So there are a couple in there that we need to start bringing, to the show to say to people, look, have a look at these 3 or 4 because, they're doing some stuff. Also, the captain pick. I think everyone's got very comfortable over the years with just doing Haaland and
just
Salah.
leaving Haaland. Yeah.
Yeah. That obviously it's very hard to leave Haaland. But as we saw this week, in our league, the guy that actually won this week, who we'll talk about in a minute, he captained Van de Ven.
Mad move. I just can't. I can't do. Okay, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's like picking a differential captain, but picking Van de Ven, that's just stupid. That's nonsense. You need to take your head for a wobble. Yes, it worked. It worked this time, but I am not picking Van de Ven as a captain, bro. Playing against who did they play against?
Who? Van de Ven, Everton.
Yeah.
Away.
Oh, it was away, wasn't he?
Yeah, Everton away, mate.
That's just no. Wait, Everton away. Do you know how difficult Everton is?
Let me shout this guy out anyway.
You know what I mean?
His name is Jace Boss Stim. Now, he's sitting basically like 3rd from bottom of our league.
This is what I'm saying. He's not even playing properly. That's see right. So, ladies and gentlemen, ignore what we just said in the last couple of seconds about don't ever do stuff like that. He's sitting 3rd from bottom. And the reason why he did that, because he's 3rd from bottom, is thinking, I don't really care. Let's just be stupid. because I'm rubbish. That's not a good idea of picking someone like Van der Ven, captain, away at Everton, thinking you're going to get he's going to score or he's going to get a clean sheet. It's a tough place to go.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely. That's just, you need to be more smart. Yeah, you may get lucky with a pick here and there, but that's just stupid.
Okay, what's your thoughts then on the, what I mentioned before with regards to those different types of players?
Yeah, I think looking at the fixtures, that's how I'm planning my week to week is the fixtures, the team, how they're playing at the moment. For example, Fulham away next week. We've got Wolves and Fulham. Fulham versus Wolves. I pinpoint Wolves was because at the minute they are leaky. They just scored. They conceded 4 against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. They conceded 3 the week before that. It's like every week they're playing, it's almost they're conceding minimum 2 goals.
Yeah.
So then you think about, right, so attacking powers, who can I choose against Wolves? Because it's going to be goals. If I got anyone from Fulham, if not, would it be a good chance to getting them in? West Ham, Newcastle. West Ham all over the gaff at the minute. Nuno just not pulling strings. He's not getting the same kind of feedback he was getting from Forest. So you're thinking, right, Volta, Morden. Shall I put Captain Haaland or shall I put him? Because I know he's good. I know West Ham will score league goals. So you've got to start thinking that way. I think that's a good way of thinking of captains now.
All right. So you've chucked a few in there today. So if you're looking at like the weekend's fixtures, for example, you've got Brighton Leeds as a game. And
there'll be goals, I reckon.
That's what I was thinking as well. And because Brighton have actually, I know they had that result against United, but they've actually had, they've been scoring goals, basically, is what I'm saying, Brighton. So you got to just pick your players from that Brighton team and kind of go, right, who are the ones? Like anyone in particular stand out in that Brighton team that you think actually...
Do you know what? Welbeck won't be a bad shout. If you've got Welbeck in your squad, won't be a bad shout. Minter, for assists and all that.
That's what I'm saying. Ruta.
Good shout. Matoma as well. So
yeah, Ruta is another good shout in there. Other fixtures to look at. I mean, the Burnley Arsenal one we spoke about.
I think it's not going to be. I think it's going to be like a 1-0 max, 2-0 max.
Captain Gabriel.
Yes, because reason B is because this is going to be won by set piece. This is where Arsenal's corners come into play, and this is where they're going to need a lot of these because it's going to be a 11-man low block, horrible defensive, strong performance. We're seeing the performance against Liverpool when Liverpool had to win last minute by a penalty and how difficult they made it. It was like 81% against 90 possession.
Yeah.
So Gabriel, a captain, that would be a good choice because chance of our Burnley scoring, very, very, very slim. Chance of Gabriel scoring from a set piece, very, very, very high.
I'll tell you who's a good shout for me. Because I'm Bournemouth are flying.
Yeah.
At the minute. This guy Krupi who's come in.
Yeah.
Mate.
I think in the long run, yes, but this fixture, I'm staying away from it.
I don't know, mate. City concede for fun. And Brighton are decent. I mean, Bournemouth are decent. So I think Krupi, my only concern with Krupi is what happens when Evangeline comes back.
Evan Nilsson,
when he comes back. Is he in the team still? Do you know what I mean? So it's just like he's bagging goals at the minute, so you can't take him out. But he is cheap. So Krupi, I think, is one that I'm looking at. If I was you, with João Pedro and stuff, that'd be one I'd be having a little flirt with, thinking, can I switch him? Can I switch Van Dijk, get some money in the bank? I shouldn't even be helping you, but you're in a little bit of a lull, so.
Guys, 40 places below me, but I'm in
a... bro, you're just in a little bit of a lull. I'm not saying it you're terrible, but you're not you got some work to do, is all I'm saying. Right, any more you want to check out for people? Like I said, we've got to be the place where people come to and kind of go, what?
We've got the game. I think a lot of people have got Sunderland players in their team because they're a good team.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Sunderland have got Everton and they're at home. And we know how good Sunderland are at home. Very, very good. So you've got to look at, like I said, I'm not saying the striker's name, but he's good. Isidore. He's scoring goals at the minute.
That's the Monday night game, though, no?
That's the Monday night game.
Okay. So
And one of our friends in our personal league has got Michele, who scored for him. Like, where did he pull that out the bag from? An assist.
all I'm saying is, I think that's where a lot of the wins are going to come for people this year.
Yes.
More DEFCON players is a big move, which we've spoken about before. And also just taking more risks with...
On lower players.
Yes. It's time. It's time. It's like for me, for example, like I've got 6.5 on Szoboszlai. Like, he nicked a couple of assists the other night. I don't know how he got 10 points the other day, by the way. I really don't, but he did.
Bonus points and DEFCON.
Bonus points, assists, DEFCON, do you know what I mean? Whatever I like, but had him on the bench, so it didn't count. But I'd probably be more likely to switch him out for, one of those, like in particular Burnley. I think Burnley got a couple of those midfielders in there. Who was I looking at the other day? Let me just double check. There was a player.
Anthony.
Yes. That's who I was looking at the other day. And I'm thinking, this guy... Well, there you go. Yeah, I think, there's a couple in there.
You've got to look at these players for the right fixtures. No point putting them in against Arsenal. He's not going to see any of the ball.
No, of course not. But like long term, I think people just need. This is about saying to people, look, just start to consider these so-called lesser players, because I think that there's bigger wins in those types of players this year.
No, I totally agree. I think having a good bench is humongous, because if someone's got a tough fixture and you can go to your bench and be happy with the swapping the players in, that's where you're gonna do well. Like, there's no point having a good 11 and then going really cheap on players that do not play, and you get the bare minimum, like 4.1 or 4 million, just to get bigger names in.
Yeah,
that's not the way to go.
No,
and that's why I need to sell some stars to make money. Like Gyökeres, 9 million. I can get a striker in for 6. That frees up 3 million to get a better player for my bench.
There you go. What about the we touched on the captain thing then. So if you're looking at this week, for example, and look at your team, is there any scope for you going rogue at all? Haaland's got Bournemouth at home.
Yeah, Haaland's got Bournemouth at home. He's at home. It's difficult to look past that. And again, the rest of the other fixtures, they're really tricky, apart from the Fulham and Wolves one where you think there could be goals. But I ain't got none of those players in. So unfortunately, I think for this week, I'm going to have to be boring and stick to my guns and stick with Haaland.
I think I might take a risk this week.
I think you should. You've got the players to do that. You've got Volta in. So I think you should.
I'm honestly considering captaining Volta this week.
Yeah, no. If I had Volta in, I'd captain him this week.
You're chatting rubbish.
Have you got Haaland?
I have got Haaland, yeah.
Well then, so why am I chatting rubbish?
Because I just don't believe you. It's like you accepted that way too much. Like, yeah, go do it.
I said I've wanted Volta in for a while, and I look at your team and you've got him in.
Yeah, it was time to get him in. Do you know what I mean? I had to get Richarlison out. You kept having a go at me for having Richarlison in my team, and I looked and it's all the money I had, and I thought, you know what? He's coming in. I think he's going to bag goals this year. And I think I just need to capitalise on a few games with him and captain him. And I think this might be the week. Because when I look at Bournemouth against City, I can't look at that game and tell you that City are going to win that game.
I can. At home, I can. If it was away to Bournemouth, I would hear your argument. But at home, I'm seeing, Man City are going to win this game.
It's going to be tighter than you think, I'm telling you. I don't know if you saw, but Baller League's back.
Yeah, I did.
Me and you are going to have to get a team soon, innit?
We are. Yeah. But let me ask you one quick question, though. Did you see the mystery Premier League player?
Yeah, I saw
That's lies. That is
it's
lies.
It's got to be, innit?
Yes, as in it's not a Premier League player.
It said current as well, didn't it?
Yeah, yes. I don't see no current running like that. It was running like a groundhog, bro. Like a warthog. That's no, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
I agree.
You agree, right? I mean, that's sort of publicity stunt, trying to give it more.
Yeah, I think so as well. But obviously, the problem is, I'm sure there'd be some like legal issues there as well, wouldn't there? I'm sure.
Yeah, we're not allowed. We're not even allowed to like.
Yeah, you wouldn't be allowed to do it. So yeah, definitely.
Anyway, yeah, Boiler League is back.
Didn't you play last year?
No, they asked me to play, but I couldn't.
Yeah, they asked me to play as well. To be fair, but
after I saw what Troy Deeney was moving like, I was thinking, boy.
Troy was on some different stuff that
he was on. He was wanting to cause mayhem,
just violence, complete violence. But do you fancy it?
What, playing or
playing?
Do you know? I can give you a fantastic 2 minutes, and that's it. Fantastic 2 minutes.
I wanted to say something bad then, but I'm not going to.
Hey, listen.
Oh, hey, you're getting old, mate. You're getting old. Do you know what I mean? I get it. Right? Well, you're like 42, 43 now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
bro, I'm the same age as you. Why are you giving it?
You're older. Like, a good day. It's a good 2 minutes you're giving, mate. That's your words, not mine. You can give a fantastic 2 minutes.
Fantastic 2 minutes.
We've got it on camera. We're going to clip it up.
On the pitch, any little five-a-side. It's five-a-side. I give you 10.
All right, cool. F50s back. The Adidas F50. Did you wear Adidas boots at all? You did, didn't you, at one point?
Do you know what? I had a little like little woohoo, little hey,
we were Nike,
brief spell.
We were Nike boys all day, like from young, really.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the F50, I scored one of my best goals in the F50, to be honest with you. Against United. Whipped in that free kick, mate. Van der Sar was just like, just looked at it in the Binzel. But I was actually trialing them at that particular time. I hadn't even signed the deal. They just gave them to me and was like, oh, see if you like them, blah, blah, blah. Because I was going to go to Adidas when I was in the process of leaving Nike.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them, but you know, it's like when you just look down at your boot. It was like, I don't know, I just felt like I was just cheating. It was just like, nah, it's not sitting right. It was a narrow boot as well. It just...
With me, it wasn't actually the look, because they look all right. It was just the feel, and the way they just like snugged around my feet.
Yeah. What was your favourite boot you wore?
Oh, Night Vapors. Without a shadow of a doubt, they were top tier.
Yeah, Vapors.
I think the best Nike boot out there. Mercurials. Vapor Mercurials was next level.
You know what I liked about the Mercurial that went under the radar a little bit? You could do different things with a football when you wore that boot. You know, because it had that like really shiny top, and they were really slim boot, weren't they? Like they were like paper thin.
Yeah.
But you could scoop the ball in certain ways, and
you could manipulate the ball because of how thin they were, and it just felt like you had slippers on.
The only time I ever questioned them, I remember playing in the Champions League wearing them, and the Champions League ball was different, wasn't it? Because it was that shiny Adidas ball.
Adidas ball, yeah.
And then you had it next to the shiny Mercurial Vapor. And if it was a wet night and that ball was coming to you,
slippy.
Oh, your touch had to be...
No. I think any night, if it's really, really wet and the surface is greasy, then you have to take a little bit of concentration on that touch.
Absolutely.
Because if you didn't pay attention, that is zipping off your foot like no one's business.
We're in that boot. I mean, before we go on to my favourite boot, like, you used to train without tying your laces, didn't you?
Yeah, because there was that snug. That's what I'm trying to say, bruv. This is what I'm talking about. There was like, it's like having a boot made for like your foot. It's like, getting gel and it's molded to your foot. So every time I put them on, it was like, oh, these are snug. Laces tied up? No. And I could just...
I'll never forget the first time I saw that. Just being stood next to you and then looking down at your boots. And I was like, is this guy taking the piss? Like, we're actually training for England. And he's not even doing his laces up.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
Yeah, he used to still throw a few dubsteps, to be fair to you, in them. I'm not going to lie. Mine was, I think, the original Night Tiempo with the fold over tongue.
That is a typical midfielder, box to box, Midfielder's boots.
Mate, that boot was... I can say as a midfielder's boot. Righty was rocking that boot for years.
Oh, them ones, yeah.
Ian
Okay,
Wright was rocking that boot for years.
Okay.
And then when it kind of like, once I kind of went on my night journey, like, because that was early doors when I was younger, I couldn't wait to get that night Tiempo on. But then I eventually settled into, I think one of my favorites was the Legend. The one that Ronaldinho used to wear. Oh,
yeah.
Cesc used to wear it as well. It was a comfy boot.
The one for me was Ronaldo's Vapors R9, the blue and yellow, silver, blue, yellow, silver.
Yeah, but like my only thing with that boot,
There's another thing with that boot.
I used to see people wearing them and just think, how dare you?
Yeah, true.
How dare you?
You have to have ability to wear those boots.
Well, ability.
You have to have something about you.
They were called R9s. Like, you know what I mean? You can't wear that boot. You can't do what he does, so you shouldn't be wearing that boot. And it weren't like the Predator where it's like, you know, Bex is wearing it, Gerrard's wearing it. Like, the R9, when that dropped, took people's heads off. That's one of the best boots I've ever seen, mate. When I was at Forest as a kid, like, we weren't even allowed colourful boots. So, and I remember one time this guy, he was like a first or second year pro, and he came in wearing them, and everyone was like, "Bro, you're not wearing them." He's like, "I'm wearing them." So, next day I saw him trying to like black them out with black polish in the boot room.
Them old school days.
Mate, those boots were absolutely, you know, like on the boots front though, because we like kind of crossed over a little bit, didn't we? Really, from say like an Umbro Speciale to from the like night Tiempos, Copa Mundials, World Cups. We kind of would have wore those as kids, and then went into the modern technology. I don't like, as much as you love the old leather boot, you can't argue with the old technology, can you?
No, you can't.
I mean, the new technology.
The level, you can't. But when you go back to the older boot, you do realise how heavy they were.
Mate, that's exactly what I used to think. When it rained, you felt it, didn't you?
You felt the difference and like, wow.
Yeah.
Have these got another kg on there or what? They feel so heavy. It's like our Timberlands on.
Yeah, they did. They used to carry some weight. They used to carry some serious.
That's the only thing with the modern boots. Are so light and so snug, and you can manipulate the ball with these boots. Mine were my gold Vapors. They were like
a bronze, weren't they? Was they bronze or were they gold?
Like, no, the Goldie. There was Goldie.
Your gold Vapors.
Yeah.
That's when he was playing for Birmingham, wasn't it?
Yes, Birmingham, and then
I remember.
Yeah, Arsenal, Birmingham. Yeah, Arsenal, Birmingham.
Yeah, that takes some courage. Let's be honest, but yeah, you delivered. You delivered. Managers in and out. A lot of beef going on at Celtic, man.
Yeah, they've Brendan Rodgers resigned.
Yeah.
Now they're looking to get someone else in, and rumor is Robbie Keane is a potential candidate to be in the hot seat. I've played with him at Liverpool. You've played with him a longer period at Spurs. Celtic's a massive. I think this probably would be his biggest job.
Of course.
As a manager.
Yeah.
Do you think? Well, two things: is a right appointment, and he would be successful.
Yes and yes are probably the answers to, just to answer them quickly. Look, Keno's a proper leader. When I was with him at Spurs, I think leader off the pitch when it came to kind of like organising things for the lads and families and so on and so forth. He was an organiser on the pitch. He always kind of set the standard most days. He's kind of just a natural leader. And I think one of the big things that stands out for me with Keno is, his managerial journey, considering the name that he has, really. And when you see other people getting the opportunities that they've had, for Keno to kind of go, look, I'm prepared to go over to Israel and manage Tel Aviv and then win the league there and get European qualification and then go over to Bucharest and manage over in Hungary and do the, play Champions League football over there. think it tells you everything you need to know about him. You know what I mean? He's not one of those ones that shies away from a challenge. So, and the natural links are there with Celtic. You know, he played for Celtic as a player. You know, he's quite clearly, you know, he's on that side of town when it comes to supporting teams. You know, so the fans are going to immediately take to him. And I think he just deserves it now. I think he just deserves his opportunity in the spotlight. And I think that not only will the Celtic fans love him, but he'll do well there. I think he's got a good team around him. The timing feels right. And I think actually, in terms of a step, I think it's a fantastic step. Because, look, Celtic are a massive team. Like, there's no doubt about that. But we saw the benefit it had for, like, Brendan Rodgers in his first time there. You know, went and won, I don't know, 5 titles or whatever he did there, had some good Champions League runs, then go and gets a bigger job at Liverpool. And I think that's the thing. When I look at Keane, I think, right, yeah, you know what? Go and plot up there for 4 or 5 years. You know, go win, like, you know, 3, 4 titles and just take your management skills to that next level. And then by the time you're out of, you know, you're done with that, the Premier League will come calling, definitely.
Yeah, no, on the back of that, it does sound like is the choice is a good, if it does happen, a good appointment. You know,
what was it like at Liverpool?
He was a great guy, great player, great professional, but he was just frustrated. You know, he was really he believes in himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, of course.
And he always wants to start. But Rafa wasn't really too keen. You know, a little bit of pun there.
Nice pun.
Keen. He wasn't keen. So. And he was frustrated, and I think he got to a stage where he couldn't wait to get out. He just wanted to play. He wanted to play again, and that's how I saw it, and that's what I got from him when I was with Liverpool.
Okay,
but doing the rounds that he's done, I think going to Israel, then going to Hungary, Bucharest, I think does say a lot about it. He doesn't care where he goes. He just wants to work. He wants to better his CV.
Yeah.
And maybe you said, Celtic is a fantastic step. But we've seen it with Steven Gerrard when he went to Rangers on the back of him stopping Celtic win the 10th Premiership in a row. On the back of that, winning it, he was a legend. Then he gets a move back to the Premier League. So
Villa, yeah. Obviously, we're coming to the end of the show now. I don't want you to forget, just because you're away, that you got beat this week.
Yeah.
And when you get beat, things come with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, but we're going to wait until we're back in the studio. Gives me a bit more time as well to really.
So are we going to have a backlog? Are we going to have a backlog? So when I beat you, is it going to be a backlog?
No, not necessarily. We might have to go back to back. I don't know how it's going to work. You might have to pay a hefty fine or something. Do you know what I mean? For your unavailability to be in the studio this week. So it's going to be one of the two. If you don't want a backlog, then get your checkbook out. Otherwise, I'm bringing a nice forfeit next week to the table. And you had me dancing last week in the background and stuff. So this week I'm having a little search on the internet for a few bits and pieces that I can get you to do.
Do you know what, my friend? Do you know what? I'm happy for you. I want you to enjoy this moment.
I'm going
to enjoy me doing a forfeit because it's not going to last.
It will continue.
Normal business will resume at the weekend where I take the win.
We'll see, my friend. We'll see. Right, you lot, as always, thank you very much for listening to the Wildcards pod. Make sure you go and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Also, follow us on Instagram. It's where you're going to see Penn's forfeit from the weeks that are coming in now. As we've said, his team's on the downer, so he's going to be doing plenty of forfeits. So go follow us on Instagram. Our handle is @WildcardsPod. I would love you to join the league as well. We're at 150 currently. The more that join our leagues, the better for me. Currently, I'm in 88. So let's try and get that number to 150. And there might be something down the road as a bit of a surprise, like maybe some big reward for the winner at the end of the season as well, potentially. So we're working on that. But you'll have an opportunity to join our league and be a part of that journey as well. So thanks as always, and we'll see you next week.